dinner dance?
Life's an everyday adventure. That's my philosophy. There are some days that feel like lazy days. They're usually weekend days when there is little to get done and everyone seems to be more relaxed. I love these days, and so do my parents. Our day started with one of the longest breakfasts I could remember. We kept eating and chatting and eating more. Then we had to rest from all of the eating, so we moved onto the couch. When we began to feel less full, we grabbed some books and found a quiet place to read for a while. I took some of my picture books and made up new stories for the pictures, which made me giggle and my parents smile. Next, we thought we should get some fresh air, so we took a long walk with our dog. We took our time and waved to some neighbors, petted some dogs, and even noticed a family of wild parrots in a tree. It was awesome. As we got close to home, I noticed something on the front door. With each step, I could see it better and better. Finally, I realized it was a note. My toes tingled and danced in my moccasins as I ran to see what the note said.
I'm in the backyard. Love, U.M.
My mother read. It was Uncle Marcus! I zipped around the house into the backyard. There he was, napping on a beautiful sheet. I stopped in my tracks so I wouldn't wake him, but the dog rushed over and licked his face. He smiled and sat up.
Molly,
he said. I ran over to give my favorite sleepy uncle a big bear hug.
I'm sorry I fell asleep. I must be tired from my trip,
Uncle Marcus said as he got up and folded the pretty sheet. Trip? Where did you go, and what is that? I asked. Uncle Marcus told us that he had just returned from India, where he was doing research and writing about modern Indian music. He took another pretty sheet out of his backpack and asked me which one I liked best. I chose the one with more pink, of course.
Then you shall have this one, and my favorite and only sister the other,
Uncle Marcus said as he handed us each a beautiful and colorful sheet. Then he told us something interesting. He said that it wasn't a sheet. It was a sarong. Uncle Marcus showed us how to wear the sarongs like they do in India. You can wear it as a dress or a skirt or, well, it seems any way you wish to. My mother and I pranced into the kitchen with our new sarongs and began to sort out something delicious to eat for dinner. As we finished getting all the food ready, we heard some amazing music. We chased the sound and found my father and Uncle Marcus dancing. It was so funny. My mother and I jumped right in. We all danced and danced some more to the groovy new music. We danced so much we all got a little hungry, so we danced into the kitchen. We each grabbed some of the food we prepared and danced to the table to eat. We turned down the music a little when Uncle Marcus began to tell us about music in India.
India has some of the most wonderful music at the moment. What I like best about it is that I can't listen to it without wanting to move to its beat. The music gets into you immediately, and you find yourself happily dancing as we just did,
Uncle Marcus said. Then he raised his glass for a toast.
Cheers to good music,
we all said at the same time. Uncle Marcus always likes to ask lots of questions, so he asked my father what music makes his body want to dance. My father smiled, looked at my mother, and said he liked waltz music the best. That is how he first met my mother. They danced the waltz together. My father hopped up and changed the music to a waltz. He took my mother's hand and they began whirling around the house. Uncle Marcus then took my hand and asked me to stand on his feet. He was going to waltz us around the house, too. We waltzed so much we got hungry again. We landed in the kitchen for a bowl of ice cream. This is when Uncle Marcus asked my mother what her favorite music to dance to was. She took her last bite of ice cream and flew out of the room. Suddenly, we heard new music playing, and my mother entered the room with a big smile and a funny move. "Disco!" she shouted. My mother was right. Nothing makes you want to dance more than disco. We danced into the backyard to groove under the stars. We danced until it was time for bed. I had never had so much fun eating and dancing. Oh, what a night! I still have a lot to learn about different kinds of music and food, but so far I know that dinner and dancing are a perfect pair. Molly Moccasins, everyday adventurer.